So segregated funds are effectively an insurance contract. They're not an investment in the sense that you have to actually be licensed as an investment advisor in order to recommend them because they're an insurance product. So typically you're going to find segregated funds sold by insurance salespeople as opposed to registered advisors. Now, that doesn't inherently make them a bad product. However, they are really expensive. And what you're getting in return for those additional costs is you're getting a state bypass and you're getting certain levels of guarantees. Now, the problem is that we'll see segregated funds all the time inside of a registered account that already get a state bypass because you can name a beneficiary. So that completely negates that benefit. So you're often paying all these extra fees on that for absolutely no benefit. Now, the other part a lot of people talk about is maturity guarantees. And it's the whole idea that if the fund value has dropped below a certain amount, generally speaking, it's usually about 15 years out, but you can reset those guarantees over time. But if it's at a certain point in the future, say 15 years from now, where the account value isn't worth at least 75% or 100% what you initially put in, it'll top it up to that amount. But realistically, you're never going to claim on those maturity guarantees because if that investment is still, worth less 15 years from now than when you originally put the money in, you would have gotten rid of that thing by now anyway. So maturity guarantees are almost never, ever, ever claimed on. So overall, segregated funds have a very, very tiny place in the market. They are massively oversold by typically insurance-based advisors, and they very, very rarely ever make sense for a client.